Welcome back to Doing Football. Today, start sit week number 3. It's here. Before we get to it, though, be sure to check out our $50K contest for week 3 on OwnersBox. Super flex salary cap game, no kicker, no defense, all offense, all the time, and massive announcement. I think I told people about this. Did I tell people about this? The $25. $25 for free. Deposit as little as $10. We're giving you $25 on the house for any first-time depositors. So you can
free money.
Yeah, you get $25 there, and then if you haven't played as well, promo code Drew9, you're going to get another $10 free entry. So $35 in free money. All you have to do, deposit $10. You're going to get $25 for free, and you can use promo code Drew9 without even depositing as well. So be sure to do that. Let's get to the slate, fellas. Let's start with the wonderful Thursday nighter that we're treated to.
What a great Thursday night football game.
Davis Mills.
We're back Thursday night shitballs. Yeah,
exactly.
I think the only one in the Texans we're starting is Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, we were talking. Brandon Cooks was like hyper targeted last week. Yeah. I think he had 14 targets.
In Davis Mills' pass attempts too, he had.
Yeah, in Davis Mills' 18 pass attempts, Brandon Cooks had 9 of the targets.
Yeah, so I'm still good playing Brandon Cooks. Keep playing him. Panthers side, DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey were trotting out there. Can you play Robbie Anderson in this matchup?
See, Robbie Anderson just isn't getting the targets with Christian McCaffrey back in the lineup. So I think I'm probably not.
I'm playing Robbie Anderson.
You are? He's like a desperate play
just based on roster composition, I think. Not if I had the choice, I would probably sit him here too.
Yeah. I would go Rondell Moore over him for sure.
Are we going to start taking Sam Darnold to be back as a consistent fantasy option?
Well, look at his weeks he's had.
He's been good.
Yeah.
And it's the Texans defense, so I would be willing to start him in 2 quarterback leagues.
Well, I think I'm more talking about from the streaming standpoint.
Oh, no, I'm not willing to go that far yet.
Okay.
There's still at least 12 guys I'd much rather have.
Yeah. Okay, let's go Bears and Browns. Justin Fields, I think he's going to have his first start, right? I think we're pretty much.
I think it's. I don't think it's guaranteed yet, but it's looking that way.
Seems like it, yeah, trending that way.
I'm going to play Darnell Mooney if I have him. This isn't a bad matchup, and he's been getting more targets and running more routes than Allen Robinson. And if Justin Fields is throwing the ball, and we've got some options for some play design that's not as limited as it is with Andy Dalton, then there could be a big play, big touchdown score, 60-yard play from Darnell Mooney this week, and you could be very happy playing him. I'm definitely looking to play him on OwnersBox. He's pretty underpriced. I think he was like $4,200.
I think he's still more of a OwnersBox salary cap contest.
Yeah, he's
I don't know if I'd want to start
streaming tight ends. We're talking about Cole Kmet. What are we thinking in this?
No,
I don't like this matchup either.
I'd be more willing to play a Browns tight end considering
Njoku.
The wide receiver.
I think Hooper.
Yeah, Hooper and Njoku. Hooper's been a little bit more targets, but when Njoku's running around, he's getting targeted. Too. Yeah.
Especially because the Browns receivers are out. Jarvis Landry's out. We don't know what's going to happen with Odell yet.
I'm not starting Peoples-Jones. I'm not starting Rashard Higgins.
Yeah, I'm not starting Schwartz.
It's a shit show at wide receiver.
I think Kareem Hunt is in a good spot here for targets, so I would be playing Kareem Hunt.
That's a good point.
But I also don't think Kareem Hunt really has like a ceiling. He's kind of just like a floor play.
Sure, but you can use floor. I mean, it's better than a 4-point effort from some shit guy, right?
In this situation, though, he could be a very, I think he's going to be running some routes not even out of the backfield in this game. I think we'll see him running out of the slot. Maybe he's out wide
for sure, considering
the injuries. So I would be playing Kareem Hunt. I probably wouldn't play Baker Mayfield this week. That injury, I know he kind of says he's all good, but throwing out your shoulder last week, it can't be
left shoulder though. We'll give him that.
But
I would hate for Baker to be my guy in a 1 QB league against the Bears this week.
Okay, let's go Ravens and Lions. I really like this matchup for Tyson Williams. I would definitely be starting him this week.
Definitely must start.
Should get a lot of usage. I think we're going to really find out what this running back room is going to look like in this game, because I think the Ravens will take care of business on the road here.
I told you guys to sell high on him, and if his snap share goes down, then this is going to be disappointing for people who held on this week.
Yeah.
I would love... I didn't sell him. No one wants to trade for him in the one league I'm in because they're all Ravens fans. For some reason, they're not trading for him. It makes no sense, but I'm going to start him this week. It's a favorable matchup for sure.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown, I mean,
must
I think
start.
you just have to play him now.
Yeah, at this point, he's a wide receiver too.
Sammy Watkins has had a larger target or had a large target share too. I think it was 24% or so. So I'm not playing Sammy Watkins, but if I'm desperate, like he could be a not too bad of a play.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews is due. He's due. He's running more routes than he has been in previous seasons. He's due for a big game. It's going to come. Stay patient.
That's the thing with Mark Andrews. Like, I feel like we saw this last year. We just never know when he's going to have his games. Like, there's going to be a lot of games where he's completely irrelevant and just has like a 5-point week. So it's going to happen. And if it happens, it's going to be against the Lions.
Yeah. What do you guys think of it? Like, we're playing Swift. I don't think I'm playing Jamal Williams.
No, I'm out on Jamal Williams.
Probably not starting him.
They don't use DeAndre Swift properly in this offense, which is so frustrating for how good
I don't know.
he's been.
They use him quite a bit. Like he ran a lot of routes.
They could use him better, though, don't you think?
I mean, obviously the best would be having him involved in 100% of snaps.
Sure, but we're not getting that.
Yeah,
that's never.
But like
happen.
80% would be nice, like 75.
Yeah.
Hawkinson. I'm not going to talk any other Lions pass catchers other than Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawkinson is a must start, obviously.
Cephas is getting tons of work from Goff. The rapport's there. That'd be an incredibly desperate play.
Yeah.
Chargers, Chiefs. Two teams that are the worst against the run so far this season. So I'm high on Clyde Edwards-Helaire this week. You know, the fumble was there, but I'd be playing him. Austin Eckler, of course. Both the Chargers wide receivers, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
Jared Cook is a good option this week.
Yeah, he was good enough last week. Could have had a big game if that touchdown would have if he could have scored that touchdown. It wasn't called back. The Chiefs side, Mecole Hardman was.
I like him this week.
Was nice.
You like Mecole Hardman?
Yeah.
We just never know when it's going to happen. Like it happened with Byron Pringle last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demarcus Robinson too. I think he scored.
Wasn't he week 1
on Sunday night?
Pringle, I think, scored week 1.
Pringle was last night or on Sunday.
Demarcus Robinson scored the first touchdown in week 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he juggled it in the back of the end zone. I had to listen to that on the radio, which pissed me off, but I remember that.
Hardman was effective last week. Didn't score, or did he score?
Hardman?
No, he didn't score. But I think there was more due to the fact that they took Tyreek Hill out of the game completely last week.
The Ravens did a really good job of taking.
But look at Asante Samuel Jr., what he's done too. I think you can start to look at him as maybe one of the better DBs in the league. So if he's on Tyreek Hill, they'll move Tyreek Hill around enough that they don't have like just one corner on him the whole time. But
the Chargers have
it's still Tyreek Hill.
Derwin James.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a reason to play Mecole Hardman.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, obviously, we're not worried about that.
Okay, Falcons, Giants. Starting with the Falcons, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley.
Start them both.
I'm starting both of them.
I think Matt Ryan week. I think we get a vintage Matt Ryan week.
I'm playing him on OwnersBox this week. I'm good with going to Mike Davis in your flex this week. I think he's gonna be well involved like he's been, but this will be a better game script for him. This total is 48, which is pretty high, so I would expect to see some points in this game too. The Giants side of things, I'm going to put myself out on a limb here. I think play Kenny Golladay this week. He's had plenty of route participation. He's been on the field plenty, just as much as Sterling Shepard has been, if not more. He's still getting targets. I think he's going to score this week. I think he's going to have a big week. I think you can play Kenny Golladay.
The question is, if it's between Golladay and Shepard, who are you starting?
This is really like take your pick because they're very similar in terms of routes. I'm going to go Kenny Golladay because I get more big plays from Kenny Golladay with him running on the outside.
I don't think Daniel Jones is a bad streaming option this week either.
Nope.
Not bad at all.
No, considering the rushing upside we saw from him last week.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Shepard a little more.
Yeah, I think Shepard you can play too.
Shepard's a start at this point. Saquon, start him obviously.
Saquon, I'm thinking he's going to have a good week this week as well. I think this could be a game with a lot of points. Yeah. Stay tuned on Sharp Tank for the total. A
little bit of an over there.
Cardinals, Jags. James Robinson. He was kind of back in snap share. This isn't a bad matchup.
I still don't want to start him. I'm benching him probably unless I have no other option.
I think I can play him. Would you play James Robinson or let's say James Robinson or Kareem Hunt? Kareem Hunt. Yeah. I need a better one than that.
Rondell Moore in your flex spot.
Rondell Moore.
Really?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either.
Wouldn't do that.
I love Rondell Moore too.
I like Rondell Moore, but if it was like the big play he had is what he needs to
be relevant.
Be relevant and be worthy of playing, which he's capable of doing. But he had six other catches were like
even
30,
in week
40
one,
yards.
he didn't have a big play, and he still put up 10 fantasy points on 30% snap share.
Right, but can James Robinson put up? I think James Robinson could put up 10 points in his sleep this week.
Yeah. Well, not in his sleep. He hasn't done it the first 2 weeks.
Yes, but this is a good matchup. We're starting to see better snap share from him. We're starting to see more touches from him. I think if Laviska Shenault's a little bit limited in this game, then there's an option for some more targets for him. I like James Robinson this week. I think he can play him.
What are we doing with the receivers this week? Jacksonville.
Start Marvin Jones, otherwise probably bench the other two.
Yeah, it's start Marvin Jones.
Then Cards, what are we doing with those receivers?
I'm starting Rondell Moore. He's a start for me.
Yeah, I'm not starting him. I love Rondell Moore. I think he's a great talent. He's still splitting snaps with Christian Kirk in the slot. AJ Green is still out there. You might not like it, but I think he's just going to continue to be out there. Continue to run 30 to 40 routes.
There's no reason for them not to get Rondell more involved continuously in the snap shares.
Well, we've seen from coaches that they don't care about what we think.
Yeah.
Like it may seem obvious to us, but that's not the same to an NFL
but
head
considering
coach.
how well he's producing.
I'd agree. Hey, I'm all in on Rondell Moore, but I'm waiting this dynasty. I'm playing him because I have to because my team stinks. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait one more week. Like, let's see the snap share go up a little bit this week.
He doesn't even need it. Like, we've seen so many targets, so many receptions, so many like opportunities with this low snap share.
Yeah, which is a great thing to see. I just think that I don't think the offense is going to change. They're 2-0. They've won. Why would they change anything that they've been doing so far?
He did have a 15% increase in snap share week 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So if that goes up again, 60%.
I mean, I just don't see that happening. They're going to take away from AJ Green and they're going to take away from Christian Kirk more.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe it does, but I don't think that that's going to happen here in week 3. Let's go Washington football team, Buffalo Bills. This is I'm pretty sure this is quite a low total on the game.
Yeah.
The Bills, Emmanuel Sanders is really starting to eat into Cole Beasley a little, like last week he did, pretty significantly. He's out there a ton. I just don't trust him at his age to be, with how good this offense is and how much they pass the ball, you want to have this second option, but I feel like Sanders and Beasley are just going to take away from each other week in and week out.
Yeah, I don't know. Josh Allen's just been kind of bad to start the year, honestly.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Like, he isn't.
And this isn't a good matchup for him either.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the Josh Allen of last year. So I'm a little worried. I definitely am benching all Bills wide receivers outside of Diggs.
And then Singletary, what do you
say that? He's been really efficient, crazy efficient. Zach Moss, though, did take I think he had 9
touchdowns. Yeah,
the touchdowns. That kind of stunk. It was weird to see him inactive and then gets like 10
made no sense.
touches.
The football team run defense is really good.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good so far. Football team side, I think it's just Gibson and McLaurin this week. We can still play them.
Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas, is kind of just a consistent play. I think he's a
low end tight end one.
Low end tight end one, exactly. Bengals Steelers.
Hold on. What about Tyler Heineke? Taylor. I always say Tyler.
I mean, I would like to have a better QB2 option in my super flex leagues than Taylor Heineke this week.
You don't think you'd start him?
The Bills have been good through 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Against the Dolphins and the Steelers, they've been good against the pass.
Yeah.
I would try to avoid playing Taylor Heineke.
Fair enough.
Bengals Steelers. Bengals add the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, our guy dealing with injury.
Love to see it. He's so back.
make sure you appreciate Ben Roethlisberger this week and every week this season. Chase Claypool playing. Look, I don't like Juju as a talent. I don't, like him as the way he's utilized either, because he doesn't really have a lot of big plays. But he's out there more than Chase Claypool. He's getting lots of targets.
It was so annoying to see him get that carry into the end zone last week instead of Chase Claypool. Why?
Look, Juju's not a bad flex option at all. The volume's there. It's frustrating, I think, for people who own Chase Claypool and like the talent better. But I think that's just the case. And if Deontay Johnson is at all limited in this game, that means more targets for Juju.
If Deontay Johnson's active, are you starting him?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Too good to pass up.
They throw it too much.
Bengals receivers, what are we doing with them?
Start at least Chase and Higgins. Not sure about Boyd. Boyd's kind of like a desperate flex play. I think this is him every week.
This is too tough of a matchup for me to play Boyd.
Really?
Agreed.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I thought you were going
defense.
to. I thought you were going to say Chase or Higgins.
Well, I think those are tough guys to put into your lineup this week. I think you have to because of your team construction, where these guys are drafted. I think you play them this week still. Higgins looked great in terms of production, 10 targets last week, so that was good to see.
Getting a huge target share too. I think like 30% or something.
Yeah, so, but Joe Mixon, if you can find a way to bench him, I would bench him this week. The efficiency's been horrible. I mean,
if you drafted him in the second round,
who like it?
You're not
I want to go
benching
back.
if
Like
you drafted him in the second
I would
round.
rather play James Robinson. This is a better matchup for James Robinson than Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's efficiency is terrible. I think they're going to see this in this game. It's going to continue. Why would it change? And they're not going to run the ball as much. Maybe he's mega involved in the passing game. That's how they get him the ball. And maybe I eat my words on that, but I would find a way to bench Joe Mixon.
It's hard for me to bench a guy that I took in the second round.
what if it was between Joe Mixon and Rondell Moore?
I'm Joe Mixon.
Yeah, just opportunity. Yeah, I'm going to go with
Joe Mixon is fighting against no one. Rondell Moore is fighting with 4 other players for those touchdowns.
Okay, keep it moving here. Colts Titans. I think you can play both the Colts running backs this week. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, with Jacob Eason in there, we have no clue what's going to happen with this receiving game. I don't trust him at all.
I loved what Michael Pittman did last week, but it makes sense. This isn't the
Carson Wentz
time.
was still in there, I'd definitely start Pittman.
Yeah.
And then something to keep an eye on for when Wentz is back. Jack Doyle had a number of targets, ran a lot of routes. He's kind of always been like a guy that's been around, could give you a week sometimes.
Yeah.
He was
He's like a
interesting last
desperate
week.
tight end play.
Yeah, not this week though.
Yeah.
Definitely not playing him. Not much to say on the Titans. I
Play
think you
him.
kind of
It's
just
just the
know
same
what you're
every
doing.
week.
Yeah.
You're playing Julio. You're playing AJ Brown. You're playing Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill, I would go to him this week as well.
Low end quarterback one.
Yeah. Saints, Patriots. I see this could be quite the defensive battle. The Saints have not been distributing the ball much to their pass catchers. No one to play there. You could probably drop Marquez Callaway. I wouldn't have a problem with doing that.
Don't spend a first rounder on him in Dynasty, though.
Kamara, we're good.
I'm not starting Jacoby Myers this week.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really even a start at this point. He's still just a bench play.
I still think he's a good stash. They haven't really, we're not letting Mac Jones cook in this offense. He's not really, they've been limited with what they've been doing so far. So James White, I think, is a good option for you. You can play Damian Harris. I really am high on James White right now. Like the target volume mixed in with getting 6 or 7 carries too is just nice. He's going to get you he's going to get 13 or 14 touches, it seems like, every game, which is awesome, especially in PPR formats. Quarterback side, I'm not playing either one of these guys in one QB leagues, of course, and 2 QB leagues. There's no chance Mac Jones is a play yet. It's just not there.
Except for my team. Carson Wentz is hurt. Yeah.
Dolphins Raiders. Jacoby Brissett will be starting in this game, so Myles Gaskin, I think, is someone you can play. I'm avoiding the Miami Dolphins wide receivers this week. I know it looks like a good matchup. The Raiders are a team that you would want to throw the ball against, but
I hate to say it, I love Will Fuller this week. I hate to say it.
No, not with Brissett in there.
I hate to say it. It doesn't matter.
To see it.
I know we don't talk about start sits on defenses, but if you need to play a defense, the Raiders are probably available. Go pick them up.
Yeah, that's true.
Playing against Brissett.
What do you think of the Ruggs coming off that game from Ruggs last week? Would you be willing to play him or Bryan Edwards? They've been It's been clear that they've been the 2 guys in the offense running routes. Even Hunter Renfro's taken a backseat in the offense a bit. I don't even want to pick either one of those guys up. The Raiders are playing out of their minds right now. Derek Carr's playing out of his mind.
I think I heard he had like 800 passing yards so far, which is ridiculous. But I don't know. I still don't trust either of them enough to start them.
Yeah.
This is a week that the Raiders should win. This is a line that I'm looking at to take the Dolphins because the Raiders should shit pump them on paper, right?
Agreed. Running back situation for the Raiders. If Josh Jacobs isn't playing, don't bother. We thought Kenyon Drake being signed. They signed Kenyon Drake and then they just go,
nope,
we're not going to give you. We gave you that money. That doesn't mean we're going to.
We're not going to give you the ball. Yeah.
I think he had 7 targets, which was good, but I think he had 7 catches for like 29 yards or something like that, 36 yards. No Raiders running backs this week unless Jacobs. If he's like, I haven't looked at the practice reports, but if he's like not practicing and then maybe he gets a limited one in on like Friday, I probably still would stay away just because I don't know how much work he'll get. And him being injured is just, from a guy who's already not efficient, he could be less efficient, which means like 2.8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Maybe he finds the end zone, but Jets Broncos. Why don't you tell me a bit about Michael Carter and how good he looked last week?
Oh, we saw that 45-second clip. I wish it was an hour-long clip, but he looked really good. He was making people miss all over the field.
See it.
Yeah, more shares this week. I think he's going to end up being the guy. We're going to see it this week. Broncos is not a good matchup for the Jets.
He's not
at
a
all.
start yet, but like
no,
he's a nice stash at this point.
I got him for 10 fab. People were just like unloading him after week one. It's like, sure, I'll take him. Like I said, he was a running back sleeper. Again, the rookies, Jared said it. They're going to take a little while to get going.
Yeah.
They probably didn't play much in the preseason. Now they've played 8 full quarters of football, and they're just starting to get going.
Yeah. Same thing with Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Just keep stashing him. Obviously, don't start him yet.
But all the signs are good for those two guys. Zach Wilson, the signs aren't so good, and this isn't. Yeah. But hey,
he was
going
atrocious.
back. He was from Utah, right? Going back to the high altitude.
Back to the elevation.
Yes, maybe.
Big factor.
Oh, huge. People aren't looking at this.
Huge. There's probably going to be some family, a lot of family.
Yes, a lot of family.
A lot of family friends in the building.
But don't fucking start them. Do not
play.
Broncos, I like the Broncos a lot this week. Javonte Williams is another guy.
Yeah. Cortland
Same
Sutton,
backfield.
obviously a great
This is going to be a great picture for me and you when Javonte and Michael Carter swap jerseys after the game.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be all time. Yeah, people forget that. I like Tim Patrick this week. I like Noah Fant this week. Obviously, you're playing him.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Just ride Teddy. Play him again.
He's been
one
good.
QB leagues, play him.
Yeah.
Just do it.
He hasn't had like tough matchups, but like even then he's still looking good. So keep going.
I think Broncos fans there are plenty of Broncos fans who are like, why wouldn't we just play Drew Lock? Let's just, he's got more upside. Let's see what we have.
Then they remembered what it's like to win.
Yeah. And now it's like, well, now the team is just good, consistent, not erratic.
Don't turn the ball over anymore.
Yeah.
So it's working out. The Broncos are definitely a sneaky team, especially with the way Teddy's playing.
I hate that the Raiders and the Broncos are playing so well in the West.
Chiefs and Chargers, bottom 2.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Did you say anything about Tim Patrick?
I'm playing him.
Yeah.
He's a decent flex play.
Jared doesn't like him, apparently.
I don't like him as much. Like,
who did you say you'd take over Tim Patrick?
Rondell Moore. I just think
I just take Rondell Moore over everyone at this point.
No. It was Terrace Marshall or Tim Patrick.
Yeah, that's
roster.
What it was.
Yes.
To roster.
Yeah, I would roster Terrace Marshall.
Yeah, and I'm on Tim Patrick.
That just doesn't make sense.
We'll see.
Bucks Rams. Look, I'm not playing a running back in this game.
Oh yeah, definitely
not playing a running back in this game. You have to trot out. I think your wide receivers, your typical
all
wide
the pass
receivers,
catchers, put them
pass
out there.
catchers, even Higbee. Even if it was a tough game last week, but I'd still play him this week.
I think this is going to be a shootout.
I think we get an Antonio Brown game again.
You think? I don't think this. I think this is a square thing. The total's high. It's like 55.
Yeah.
But are these not two of the best defenses in the NFL?
No, not pass defenses. They have Jalen Ramsey on the Rams, but like they just let up 24 to the Colts. You think they can't let up 30 plus to the Bucks?
I mean, anyone can give up 30 points in any given day. I'm just saying that these are two well-coached teams with good defenses. I don't know. I think this game will be tight. And
Bucks have scored 30-plus points in 12 straight games, I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Look, I'm probably less excited about Antonio Brown this week.
So who do you – I hope Jalen Ramsey shadows Mike Smith this week. Or Mike Evans.
He probably will.
Mike Smith, fucking hockey. Those boys get
Mike Evans
head.
is probably the bench of the 3 guys this week, but I wouldn't bench him.
No, I wouldn't bench him either. I'm hoping because I like Chris Godwin this week, I think.
But I'm thinking more
Godwin's
like if you're putting your salary cap lineups in, I wouldn't look at Mike Evans this week. He was a play last week, not this week.
So you think these teams are going to have it's going to be a shootout, but then you wouldn't play Mike Evans?
Well, there's still so many guys. Like the Bucks have scored 30 plus points both weeks so far, and there's still guys that have had bad weeks. AB week 2.
Yeah, no,
Mike Evans week 1.
I know. But if you're gonna say that they're gonna score 30 plus points, and then Mike Evans isn't someone to play, like
I wouldn't start him in like an owner's box lineup.
Okay. Seahawks Vikings. This is a high total.
Apparently Brown has COVID.
Oh, what?
According to a message over there.
AJ Brown has COVID.
Antonio Brown has COVID.
Antonio Brown has COVID.
That must have just came out.
Breaking news that won't be breaking when you watch this.
I hope it's just a lie.
Mike
and
Evans?
he just told us.
Mike Evans now?
Mike Evans back. He's back.
Say Vikings Seahawks. I don't know what the latest update is on Dalvin Cook, but
It seems like he's not hurt.
yeah, it seems like ankle sprains. Who cares about him?
Yeah.
When your name's Dalvin
Seems
Cook.
fine. As long as he plays, start him. Otherwise, Alexander Madison's the start.
This total is very high, so I think you could play. You're of course playing Thielen and Jefferson. I think you can justify playing KJ Osborne this week in your flex. The Seahawks
That
are
would
simple.
feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, targets are there, volume's there.
Yeah.
PPR formats, it's not bad at all. The Seahawks are just the usual thing.
Yeah,
Would you play
right about
Gerald Everett as like a
No.
flex play?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Packers 49ers Sunday night. We're getting to now. These primetime games are legit.
Yeah,
These
they're
are the
really
legit
good.
Should be a
primetime
good
games. Packers side of things. Sandy actually said to us that Marquez Valdez-Scantling receiving yards over like 42.5, right?
For last
on
week's
Monday
game?
night was like the lock
Zero.
of the century. I want to give him a little bit of credit because it was a horrible
No.
pick and he
Yeah,
shouldn't have
yeah.
given it to us because he didn't have a single catch or a single yard receiving. But there were targets and there were high
Rodgers
value
just
targets.
missed him like 3 times.
And and he made comment after the game about, that's on
Wish
me.
I
I
had
missed
those
him.
back.
I should have hit him on those plays. And the 49ers pass defense is thin, and I don't think it's very good. So maybe
I don't want to start him though.
but I probably wouldn't want to. I'm
He's like
thinking
deep league.
thinking of it more on the DFS side on OwnersBox. But Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones off the big week. This is a tough matchup for him, but
Gotta
no
start them
big
both,
deal there.
obviously.
The 49ers side, pass catching. I think George Kittle has a big game
I
here.
really like George Kittle this week. I think because I'm assuming Debo is going to get shadowed with Jair, and if that's the case,
Hey, is it Brandon Ayuk week?
I don't know. I'm not
We can
ready
hope.
to say that yet.
The Packers
I
looked
want it,
horrible,
but I'm not
pass
ready to
defense
say it
looked
yet.
horrible. So
Yeah.
maybe it's time.
It's Kittle this week.
Maybe it's time, especially we talked about that shadow coverage. If he gets it, Ayuk might be
might
Kevin
be.
King. Come here, Kevin King. Come here. 49ers,
Mitchell.
yeah, Eli Mitchell.
I'm not.
I'd start him.
You are. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd start him with injury, like with Hasty dealing with injury. Sermon, I don't even know if Sermon's going to play.
Sermon's
with
got
that
a concussion.
Yeah.
So it
He's
depends
in
on-
protocol. Yeah.
Eagles, Cowboys Monday night. Jalen Hurts is a great start this week.
Yeah, like that.
Devontae Smith should be back. Targets were there. He just had 17 yards, and I think he only had 2 catches on 6 targets, something like that. I think he'll be back this week for a big week against the Cowboys, as long as Trevon Diggs isn't keyed in on him. I don't know if Devontae Smith is at that point where defenses are keen in on him individually. So
Yeah, we'll see. I like Dallas Goedert this week too.
yeah,
He's a
good
good play.
matchup there
Hurts
too.
is COVID.
Yeah,
right?
he's not even doing anything anyway. He's like 2 catches
Exactly.
in 2 weeks.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice just to get him out of the way though. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about him at all.
Yeah, Miles Sanders, I think he'll be plenty involved in the pass game, so I think he can still play him, even though the Cowboys have been decent against the run.
Kenneth
flex
Gainwell.
Yeah, not there.
No,
not yet.
it's not-
I'll
I'm not
sit on
ready
him.
to
He's a
say.
good. He's a good stash.
Running back you.
Cowboys side, Cooper will bounce back this week, I think.
Yeah.
Rib injury, questionable.
CD Lamb, we're good there. Dak Prescott,
What
Zeke.
about the running backs? You starting Pollard? I think
No.
you have to start Pollard at this point.
Really?
Oh, but it is the Eagles though.
Eagles run
Eagles have a
defense.
good run defense.
Yeah, I'm playing Zeke still. There's no way I can play Pollard in this matchup yet.
Your first round pick, you're benching in week 3. Fuck. What a long season that's going to be for your team.
Zeke will have his games. Just need some better matchups for him. He'll have his games.
Yeah, this isn't going to be.
Snap share was still there.
Yeah.
He vastly outsnapped.
I think
Pollard.
if he has another bad game, just a classic buy low opportunity after week 3. It was after week 1, people were like, okay. Week 2, Tony Pollard looked great.
Yeah.
And then week 3, possibly going to look bad again. And that's when you go at him.
Yeah, because I think his snap share was like 70%, and then Pollard was like 36%.
His snap share week 1 was crazy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry about it too much.
Doing anything with the tight ends? Schultz or Jarwin?
No.
I think those are
Bench 'em.
little too desperate.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to some start-stick questions from the Discord. If you do want to join the Discord, let us know in the comments. We'll drop the link for you.
Get your questions answered.
And we'll answer any questions here on the show and as well, of course, in the Discord too. First one, start 2 between Tyler Boyd, Chase Claypool, Jacoby Myers, KJ Osborne, Tyson Williams, and Kenyon Drake. So we're going to eliminate Kenyon Drake. We're going to
KJ
eliminate
Osborne.
Jacoby Myers.
I think it's easy.
Tyson and Chase
Yeah,
Easy.
Claypool.
Chase Claypool, Tyson Williams.
Yeah, now they look at it with the Boyd matchup isn't great for him. Tyson I'm liking this week. Kenyon Drake's just not going to get enough touches for you.
Yeah.
And if Deontay Johnson is limited, then Chase Claypool could have a big game. Another one, we didn't really talk about Odell much, but Odell Beckham or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So if Odell's healthy, playing, he's got all the opportunity in the world here in his first game back, but do you think he's going to be good enough in his first game back to play over Clyde this week?
I think I would go Clyde. As much as I don't think he's going to be in the doghouse as much as people think, just because he had that one fumble. So I'm still going Clyde, even though the ceiling might not be too high.
Yeah, I'm going Clyde as well.
Yep.
Last one, Tyler Higbee or Mark Andrews.
This is easy.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't think it's that easy.
Really?
Mark Andrews is going up against the Lions this week, and then Tyler Higbee's going up against the Bucs. I'd play Mark Andrews. I think if you...
That's where I'm at, too.
I love Tyler
It would
Higbee.
be hard to bench Mark Andrews, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Higbee outscores him this week.
Yeah, I think Andrews is due. He's been running it. He's been out there. He's getting his opportunity. I think it's going to come. I think this week he'll get in the end zone. He'll score.
Yeah. I got to start sitting one of my leagues too. Elijah Mitchell or Rondell Moore?
You want to answer that, Avery? I'm not answering that question.
That's Rondell Moore.
What?
Yes.
I don't like Elijah Mitchell. I don't.
That's what I'd like to hear.
Oh my God.
Going Rondell Moore.
This
The only thing-
You've gone crazy, bro.
All
You've
you
gone
need to take away
crazy.
from this episode is start Rondell Moore no matter what.
Think about it, it makes no sense. You got to start Elijah Mitchell. Just think about a 1 yard goal line carry for a touchdown compared to Rondell Moore having to run 70 yards free wide open for him to be relevant.
Can't
in the
wait
week.
for Rondell Moore to have his biggest week of the year and you guys to be crying.
I'm not. Hey, I'm
Crying, I don't own him, so I don't have any, I can't
No, but
bench
crying
him.
that you're so wrong.
I'm starting him too, but not over Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah. All right.
Change my mind.
As well, be sure to check out our partners over at Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0 for Manscaped. If you use promo code BOX, you're going to get 20% off and free worldwide shipping with Manscaped as well. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like. The likes have been, I'll say it, the likes have been pretty brutal so far.
I think
Needs
they're
a
just
like.
broken.
They're broken, maybe.
Yeah, it's a glitch. It has
Can
to
you
be.
at least, somebody prove to us that they're not broken? Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.